Hello, I'm Nariman Baravesh, Chief Economist at IHS. Each December, we present our top 10 predictions for the coming year. We're very happy now to present to you our top 10 predictions for 2013. The bottom line is that world growth in 2013 will stabilize after having fallen for 2 years. The reason is the huge amounts of monetary stimulus that have been provided by central banks all over the world, and also that a lot of the big uncertainties facing the global economy, principally those in Europe and in China, have diminished. So we're likely to see more business optimism and more business activity and consumer optimism and consumer activity as well in the coming year. Our first prediction for 2013 is U.S. growth will gradually accelerate unless, of course, the economy falls off the fiscal cliff, which we don't think is very likely. The reason is consumers are in a much better mood in the U.S. economy right now and actually spending, and very importantly, housing is recovering. So these two forces will keep growth going and will actually help growth accelerate as the year progresses. The second prediction for 2013 is that European growth will be weak in the north and negative in the south. The southern European economies are in deep recession and are dragging down the northern European economies. The third prediction for 2013 is the Chinese economy will gain momentum. This is largely thanks to more stimulus from the Chinese government, which has helped turn around the construction market. But also exports to the US and to the rest of Asia are also picking up and we expect will accelerate as the year progresses. Prediction number 4, other emerging markets will also show signs of life. Monetary stimulus, massive monetary stimulus, and a better global economy will help these countries both in terms of their domestic demand and in terms of their export growth. The fifth prediction for 2013 is that commodity prices will move sideways again. They're both upward pressures on prices and downward pressures. The upward pressures are mostly due to the acceleration of growth in the Chinese and US economies. Downward pressures still have to do with the fact that Europe will be in a recession in much of 2013. The sixth prediction for 2013 is that inflation will remain tame. There's massive amounts of slack in the global economy. Unemployment rates are high. The output gaps are big. So this will continue to put downward pressure on inflation throughout much of the coming year. The seventh prediction for 2013 is that central banks will be in a wait-and-see mode. Growth, as it starts to pick up, will mean that monetary policy will move from this massive easing stance that it's been in key economies to a more neutral stance. Although that said, we could see a little more easing by the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of England. The eighth prediction is that fiscal policy will remain tight or become even tighter. This is especially true for the US, for Europe, and for Japan, where deficits are high and debts are very high and rising. The ninth prediction for 2013 is the US dollar will come under mild downward pressure. Given that the US dollar is still the principal reserve currency in the global economy, it is very sensitive to changes in risk perceptions. And as things start to improve in 2013, risk appetites will increase and investors will take on riskier assets. This typically is bearish for the dollar. Our 10th and final prediction for 2013 is that the risks facing the global economy will be more balanced. The good news is a lot of the threats facing the global economy last year will diminish. And that will begin to unleash pent-up demand on the part of households and consumers and provide for the possibility that we actually could see stronger growth, especially as the year progresses. Those are our top 10 predictions for 2013. To summarize, we expect global growth to stabilize and maybe accelerate a little bit as the year progresses. For further information, please see our website.